The next rule that we are going to do is, this will be the fourth rule. Okay? Every singular subject, if it is preceded by every or each, then the verb takes a singular form. Okay? I repeat again, every subject, every singular subject is preceded by each or every, then the verb is in the singular form. Let's mark that now. This is rule number 4. Every singular subject preceded means what? Which, if something comes before, the subject preceded by every or each takes a singular verb. Okay, shall we see the examples now? First one. Every man and every woman was given. Okay, though I am talking about two singular subjects, that is every singular subject preceded by every or each. See, man, woman, it is preceded by every. Okay, if it is preceded, if every comes before a subject, singular subject, together we use only a singular verb. Every man and every woman was given a mixie. Sometimes the government gives freebies, isn't it? Government project, they give mixies, grinders and all that, televisions and all that. So, when we use this as a sentence, every man and every woman was given a mixie. I don't say were given, was given. Same way, each girl and each boy in the class is given a chocolate or given a sweet. Is. Now I am talking about girl, I am talking about boy, two singular subjects preceded by each. Each girl and each boy is given a sweet. Now I've used two subjects. I can even use three subjects when that subject is preceded by every, then even if it is three, it takes only a singular verb. Every old man and every young girl every old man, every child, every old man, every child and every young girl was lost at sea. See, I am using only the singular verb. Now I am talking about old man, I am talking about child, and I am talking about young girl, three different subjects, but I use the singular verb. Okay, because it is preceded by every. Again, if I mix both also, each and every little child was given a bag. I am using each and every little child. I am using both. I am using each and I am also using every. Little child was given a bag. Okay. I don't say were given, was given. Many people make this mistake. Usage of the correct verb form, they just make a mistake and mess up the language. So you have to be very careful with the rules. And one more I'll give you. Each of the men was presented with an award. Each of the men was presented. Again, I am using the singular verb. Each of the men was presented with an award. Okay? One more example I'll give you. Every child in the party, was given a gift. Every child in the party was given a gift. Now, shall we have a quick recap? Every singular subject preceded by every or each takes a singular verb. In this rule itself, now I am giving you every singular subject preceded by every or each takes. That itself is a singular verb, Now, let us read all these. Every man and every woman was given a mixie. This is a political habit of giving freebies, and people get TVs and mixies and grinders. So, when I talk about man and woman were given, we say. But if there is every before that, if it is preceded by every before the subject, then it takes only the verb in the singular form. Is that clear? If I just say the man and the woman were given, I say. But if I say every man and every woman, then I use the verb in the singular form was. Was given a mixie. Same way, each girl and each boy in the class is given a sweet. Now, if I say the girl and the boy were given or are given a sweet, but because each is, the girl girl is preceded by each. Preceded means comes before. The subject, that is girl, boy, they are preceded by each, then we have to use only the singular verb. Each girl and each boy in the class is given a sweet. So, we have used the singular verb. Every old man and every child, every old man, every child and every young girl was lost at sea. When people get lost at sea? When there is a cyclone or when there is a shipwreck, people get lost at sea. Now I am talking about old man, child and young girl. But when I say every, we use only the singular verb. If I say the old man, the child and the young girl were lost. But because I am using every before all these subjects, I use only the singular verb. Every old man, every child and every young girl was lost at sea. Each and every little girl was given a bag. Each of the men was presented with an award. Every child in the party was given a gift. So this is rule number 4. And what is the rule? Every singular subject preceded by every or each takes only a singular verb. The next rule is the 5th one. When two or more subjects, that is two or more singular subjects are connected by or, nor, neither or either, then it takes only a singular verb. The next rule is, that is the 5th rule, is when two or three singular subjects are connected by either or, neither nor, even then it takes only the singular verb. Shall we see the examples now? The rule number 5. When two or more singular subjects are joined by either or, neither nor, it takes only the singular verb. When two or more singular subjects, are joined by either or neither nor, it takes only the singular verb. For example, first one, neither Sharon nor Sita, neither Sharon nor Sita was present for the meeting. Neither Sharon nor Sita was present for the meeting. Now, what have we used here? Just a singular verb. If I say Sharon and Sita were present for the meeting, isn't it? Sharon and Sita were present. But I am saying neither Sharon, if it is preceded by, that is if two or more singular subjects are joined by or preceded by, I can even say preceded. By either or neither nor, it takes only the singular verb. Neither Sharon nor Sita was present for the meeting. Either the maid or the cook has stolen the ring. Either or, neither nor. And what tense have I used? Has. If I say the maid and the cook have stolen the ring, but I say either the maid or the cook has stolen the ring. Okay, next one we'll see. Neither my father nor my mother was at home when my uncle came. Neither my father nor my mother was at home when my uncle came. Okay, so we are talking about the father and the mother, but it is preceded by neither and nor. So we use only the singular verb was. Either the cat or the dog okay, has drunk the milk. Either the cat or the dog has drunk the milk. Next one I'll give you. I did not speak either to the principal or the teacher. I did not speak either to the principal or to the teacher, and which is the verb? Speak. I did not speak. I speak. If you say he speaks, okay, he did not. When we have this negative form, we use speak for that. Okay, we'll just go through the whole thing. When two or more singular subjects are preceded or joined by either or neither nor, it takes only the singular verb. Neither Sharon nor Sita was present for the meeting. Neither nor, and we are using only the singular verb. Either the maid or the cook has stolen the ring. Has is a singular present tense and we have used either or. Neither my father nor my mother was at home when my uncle came. So, was again is singular verb because we have used neither nor and we use the singular verb. Either the cat or the dog has drunk the milk. Has. If I say dog, the dogs have. The cat and the dog have drunk the milk, we say. But here, because we are using either or, the dog has drunk the milk. Now, we did not speak. Okay, we spoke. I just changed this. The teacher speaks either to the principal or the other. The teacher speaks either to the principal or to the parents, I will say, okay. Or to the parents or to the parent. The teacher speaks either to the principal or to the parent. Now, the teacher speaks either to the principal or to the parent. The teacher speaks. So, again we are using the singular verb. So, you have just seen now 5 sentences I have given. When 2 or more singular subjects are preceded or if you have or joined by either or neither or, neither nor, then the verb is always in the singular. Okay? Please understand this rule. This is rule number 5. We have some more rules to go.